My name is Katarina Zdjelar, an artist based in Rotterdam, working mainly in the medium of moving image and sound, but with interest in different speculative platforms, performance, and book projects. Both on a technical level and on a conceptual level, the moving image or the image and sound come in my works in a dialogical way. By that I mean that there are like two different volumes, one being image and one of sound, that come in a relation through which a work actually emerges. So it's most of the time I give it the preference to the both rather than one or the other. For example, in some of my works, or in most of my works actually, there is quite a dynamic relation between the silence and the blacks, or the sound and the absence of image. So the fabric of the work is built on this particular dynamic in which sound and image come in a very, very physical relation to each other. Learning and repetition come in my work in a very prominent way, given that the most of the situations that I filmed were situations of rehearsal or training. These modes of being are of extreme importance for me because they situate subject in somewhere in between the forces of contingency and control. In the particular work of that we show now, Intent, the situation is similar but different in a sense that that the rehearsal or rehearsing took place just before we made the video. So there was a long process of me composing and rehearsing, and what we captured is the outcome of this labor. Nevertheless, the labor still comes in a strong way because of the nature of the performance, but entire training and entire rehearsal and the laboring of the voice happened just before we started recording. And it was important for me still that this what is out of frame, what is invisible, that actually comes through in one way or the other. The performers in my videos are rarely people who are trained in what we see them doing. Nevertheless, it doesn't mean that they are not doing already what they are performing for the camera. The works are not necessarily also about them, but nor they represent any particular group of people or nationality, although they are situated very much in a very particular geographical, social and political context. But the work is not about them, but the work is with them. So this particular situatedness of the work has, of course, a weight and does open up all these questions. But there is, of course, also another perspective of the work, which is situated in the sound, in the way the music is made, in the way they perform, and so on. Maybe the key or one of the most prominent element of language in my work actually comes through its musicality. Nevertheless, this musicality is not simply about how language might get any kind of aesthetic properties, so it's not for its musical properties. But when I say musicality, it has to do with the notions of parapoetic, and it has to do with its situatedness in, again, very particular social context. So the musical and political actually come hand in hand in my work, yeah.